Great to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Missouri Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go on the attack first. And we get a look at Kenny Menchie. What a rough game he had in that loss last time out, throwing 3 interceptions. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Makes the catch, it's Skinner. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Quick give, it's Miller. Dropped immediately, he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. They'll give it to Baxter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful in doing. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. Missouri wants to go fast.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing is contact.
He's got another 25. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing.
Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, Up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking for space. It's Patterson. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sends it back in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Right side, it's Lanier. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Looking for the edge. He'll pitch it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Runs through a tackle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Trailing 7-0 as they try to get this offense humming. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit. Second and long here. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Holds on, it's Anderson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd down, here's Baxter. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky. Now on 1st down from the 28. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the catch. It's Skinner. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Second down to the air. Out wide left, it's Skinner. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now that they've got to find some answers.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defense's speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football. It looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on third. He's got it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Churns into the pile. There he goes. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Kentucky. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they certainly finished it in style with a 71-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Missouri's offense heads out and ready to go. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Throwing Simmons. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped in. Pass, he had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete to the right. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Handoff for Baxter. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
Cuts it upfield. It's Baxter. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Just steamrolling the defense. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Play action on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They'll move the tight end. Snapped on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 4 team, the Wisconsin Badgers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Here's Simmons to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
The run inside. It's Hardy. Got 9 yards on the play. Leaves him with 3rd and a yard. Missouri wants to go fast. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. Speeding down the left side. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football, and you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Tough run here. It's Baxter. Touchdown, Wildcats. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Hands it off on the counter. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to get started. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty. The sticks.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Drops back on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Third and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Kentucky trying to convert on fourth down. They'll go with Baxter. Breaks into the open. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Kentucky going quickly. Back to pass on second down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They were all over it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Finds his target. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Hits inside, it's Hardy. And he's brought down after a short gain. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Drives inside. Nice move to pick up yardage. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. Simmons. Look out. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is four-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Finds his man. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lanier. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! And they get a little closer here late in the game.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the fourth quarter.
Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Keeps it on the ground. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Took a shot as he threw.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Changing the routes with his receivers. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Going to try to get it himself. He got enough, slides, and moves the sticks on 4th and short. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. With the catch, it's Anderson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
How impressive has this guy been throwing the ball today, especially after the game he had last week throwing 3 interceptions. He turned the page. He got himself focused for this game, and he's been making outstanding decisions all day long.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Sells to run, looking to pass. Moves to his right. Out wide right, it's Rodriguez. Makes the tackle.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a 1st down. Nice balance by this offense.
Fires to the middle. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. He's now up to 64 yards rushing in this game, and he's on his way to a 1,400-yard season.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Right side, it's Harris. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Missouri wants to go fast. On 3rd down, here's Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Simmons on play action. Oh, pressure's coming. Fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Lanier. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. They've been running the ball so effectively, they show him the run, hit him with play action to move the chains.
It makes it so easy. One-dimensional offense, easier to stop. You have a tendency to do that when you're losing. This offense sticking with the plan, running the football, and then pull that play action out and still make some big plays.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to Hardy. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Caught. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Left side is Skinner. Got room at the 35. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first. Under pressure. At the 20, he's got... Oh, look out, the ball's free. Oh, the unthinkable has happened for this offense. They're into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the D.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6.
There is nothing better than watching a big boy do what he was born to do. Ball on the turf, the big fella scoops it up, and Palmer, thank God he didn't have to go far.
You know what? The thing I love about this too, David, is he never quit on the play. He pursued it, showed great effort. He was Johnny on the spot, bounced right into his belly. They may want to put this guy on short yardage goal line because he has a nose for the end zone.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the right side with Hardy. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. They're all over him. Wide open downfield. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Simmons on the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Throwing Simmons. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Stopped in the backfield, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great push and penetration from that defensive front. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Rush right in his face. Out wide left, it's Skinner. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Fires to the middle. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Right down the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Fresh set of downs going up top. Hit as he throws. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough.
Grabs it, and he will score. Touchdown, Kentucky. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Simmons to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Second down now after the sack. Back to throw, it's Simmons. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.